Hey everybody, I know it's been a while, just had a lot going on, so hello. Um, while I was away, I watched some videos on YouTube. Um, a lot of people were doing the assumption videos, and I thought maybe I would do my own kind of assumption video. Um, I'm doing assumptions about being overweight. I struggle with this all the time about people thinking just because I'm overweight that I'm not the best parent that I could be. I'm not as active. I don't feed them healthy food, and we don't, do things together, and um, which is not true. We like to go to parks. We like to go to, go on the playgrounds and hikes in the mountains and go do fun activities, and always trying to get them to try new foods. And I also want to start doing I used to do Fresh Fruit Fridays, and since, you know, um, different fruit stands and stuff are open now because of the warmer weather, so I was thinking about bringing that back. So, it's not true just because of my weight issues that I have because of other health issues doesn't mean that I'm affecting the way my children's health is, coming along. We are active and we do things, so I get that assumption a lot. People are like, well, how are you so active? Or they get to do things, and yes, they do a lot. And I make sure they're active because I'm trying to keep them healthy so they don't have to go through what I'm going through health wise. So I asked some friends on Facebook to answer the question, what have they had um, assumed about them because they were overweight. So I'm going to be reading it off. So if I keep looking over there, that's why. So I asked my friend Alicia, and she said that I'm considered disabled because I'm obese, when in reality it's due to my lung disease. I know she has have a lot of lung issues and cancer and stuff like that. So of course it makes it hard to breathe and be more active and get out there to um, be able to lose weight, or all the medications you're on for illnesses will cause you to have weight gain. But of course, when people look at you, they don't see what's going on inside and the medications you might be taking, and so they just assume, oh, it's because of what the food you're eating, or you're eating too much of those foods, or wrong foods, and they don't understand that no, there's other underlying issues going on. So, it's just really hard when you're trying to fight one illness, and people um, don't care to get to know what's actually going on. So, and then I asked my friend Brandy, and she put that I'm lazy. I also see people look at my boyfriend like I'm not good enough to be with him just because I am bigger. And her boyfriend is taller and thinner, just like her kids. Their two daughters take after, being tall and thinner. So it is hard when you're out in public and people automatically think, oh, they're just with her because of sympathy, or, it's a fetish. It's not because they actually care about them, and it's not the truth at all. They really care about each other. They have the sweetest small little family. So people don't care to get to know them and know what's their relationship is like and what's going on. They just assume that he couldn't really care about her, or he could do better, when reality they are perfect together. And I asked, how did the assumption affect you, and how have you dealt with it? She put, briefly makes me feel like crap, and like maybe they are right, but then I realize they know nothing about me, my life, or my family, and they are wrong. So it's always good to keep positive thoughts like that so you don't let the negativity or looks get to you. So, and then I asked my sister, And she put that they assume that she is lazy. And then I also asked her, how did the assumption affect you and how have you dealt with it? She put, when people, specifically one of my friends, said I was lazy, I felt like I wasn't doing enough, like I wasn't good enough, and like I was a failure. I cried and tried to push myself and tried so hard to lose weight. My whole day was obsessed with losing weight, even weighing myself several times a day until I got tired of it and said, screw it, I don't care. I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be happy and not skinny. So people don't understand that your assumptions or things you say to them, how much it actually impacts this person's daily life or emotions, or how they're gonna take it, or how they're gonna deal with what you say. So people really should, think, well, maybe there is actually more going on, or if they think that this person really, isn't as active as they could be, why not invite them to go for a walk or go to the park or go for a hike or go to the, even just go out, like, oh, let's go store shopping, if they actually think the person needs help, find positive ways to help it, not just say, oh, I think you're lazy and that's, why you're overweight. So, and she's right. It can come obsessed in your life with trying to fix people's point of views of what they think about you, when really you need to be focusing on, your happiness and your family's happiness. So it's good to think, I'm happy. I know what's going on with my health, and um, so I'm just going to focus on the positive parts. So that was really good to think of something more positive. And then my niece posted that people think that I don't care about my weight and about losing weight, which is further from the truth. She's in orchestra. She's in the color guard. She volunteers to, do stuff for the school. She helps her younger sister out at Girl Scouts. She babysits and she walks to and from school. I mean, she is so active. So, just because sadly she probably inherited our side of the heavier side, genes in the family, um, where it makes it not impossible, just, harder, because we have health issues that run in a family with, like, the thyroid and PCOS and hormones, and that they keep having to also test her for, to try to help her. So it's sad that, being a teen, that she's having to worry about this already. And, people are saying things instead of seeing everything she's accomplished. She's lettered in orchestra. She tried out for the captain of the color guard. Sadly, she didn't make it, but, she's putting herself out there and she's active, and she's, and people just don't see the good of what people are doing and just see the negative. So, and her mom tries really hard to always help her. You see the positive in what she's doing, and so do, like, me and my mom. We're always commenting, no, this is what you've done, this is what you accomplished, you're striving so hard, you apply for a running start program in college, really need to see what all you've accomplished. You really are, an awesome, young lady. And then, speaking of, my mom commented that I don't eat healthy and that all I do is sit around all day. I can probably work circles around smaller people, even though I deal with chronic pain due to fibro and thyroid, which both contribute to my weight. I am not lazy. I put, how did the assumption affect you and how have you dealt with it? She said, made me feel self-conscious and useless, like I was lazy, like I was doing something wrong and needed to improve, not that their attitude is what needed to change about assuming things. So she got to the point where, I know what I do all day. She knows that she's active, she sews, she's with her grandkids, she's, helping up at her church, and she knows she's not lazy, but she's dealing with all these other health issues that the medications are causing, weight gain and stuff. So she got to a point where, no, it's not me, it's them, that they need to change their attitude with assumptions, which I think all of us do. I think we're all guilty of like looking at something or someone and be like assuming something negative before assuming something positive. So I think a lot of us need to step back and just like, oh, maybe not, maybe something else is really happening, and get to know the person or what's going on. And, you know, if we really think that they need help, encourage them and be there instead of just assuming that it's something, negative or what they're doing to themselves. And then I asked my friend Stephanie, and she says, I don't like the assumption that I eat more than anyone else. I eat less than most people do. I am usually the last one finished, but that is because since I was little, I have had stomach problems, so the doctor told me that I needed to chew everything 35 times before I swallow. I don't count, but I do chew longer than everyone. If they don't assume I'm overweight because of food I eat, then I won't assume they are stupid because of how they look. So, she has a real strong personality. I love her. I like to message her and like, hey Stephanie, I really need this help, or I need motivation. I know you're going through a lot, but I mean, she's a strong woman. And I'm happy to have her as a friend when she knows a lot about, fibro and the pain that comes with it and other issues. I'm like always contacting her and like, is this a side effect or should I be worried? Something different's going on. And so she's really supportive. And I asked her, how did it affect you and how do you deal with it? She put, people are going to think what they want. It hurts knowing that they look at you and judge everything that goes into my mouth. I can't change their thinking. I am who I am. Although I have trouble accepting myself as I am, I know that it is not that I overeat or that I eat unhealthy. I exercise when I can physically do so. So I just let them think what they want to. So sorry about that. That's the air conditioner. You gotta really push past the mental part of worrying about what other people think of you, and like she said, whether you're skinny, thin, the right size, ideal size, obese, little overweight. People are gonna just think what they want to think. You know, it could be like how they were raised, what they think in themselves. People are automatically gonna usually like make snap decisions about you, and a lot of people, need to think, well, I wouldn't like it if somebody thought this about me, so, I'm going to get to know them or at least give them a chance and then make a decision. So she's right where you need to not worry because some people just decide off right the bat, and so there's nothing you can do to change your mind, and others will give you a chance before they judge you. So it's always good not to worry so much what others might be thinking, or because you feel bad about being overweight and you might think that they're thinking something negative about you when really they're not, and you're not giving them a chance to get to know you because you're automatically in like self-defense mode, like you know they're like perfect. You're thinking this about the other person. They're perfect. Your life is perfect. They're not gonna like what what I'm going through, what I look like, what I do. So I'm not gonna try to get to know them or be around them, be in this group of people. So we automatically put up a self-defense things, thinking so that way we don't get hurt. But then we're doing the same thing to them, what you think they're doing to you. So it's kind of like everybody needs to step back and breathe and think and give a chance, or at least take in consideration it might be something totally different than what you think. So another friend, Shannon, just a minute, I need to bring up her that she sent me. She put, I feel as though I'm lazy all the time. It's difficult to get ready for the day, to help clean, do my chores, Yes, I do get looks when I'm out while I'm using my walker, mostly when I'm shopping or on the buses. I bought candy for the first time ages. I got looks for that. Or when I am confused at a cashier, they'll help me, but I feel like it's because it's out of pity. I do tell them I have fibro and now back pain. I do eat healthy, or at least I'm trying. I ignore all the looks I get and continue with my day. Um, I know she has a fibro and also back issues and a lot of health issues that she's dealing with. She posted a lot about her flare-ups and stuff, and but she doesn't seem to let it get to her. I mean, sometimes she seems like she has like, sad, hard days, but she's like always positive, like, I'm gonna get out to the store today. I'm gonna walk more than I did yesterday. So the positive outlook is really great to have when you're dealing with, your own physical stuff that's going on or self-esteem issues, and the positivity that you have about, I'm going to be positive about that. I'm going to walk more. I'm going to do more. I'm going to, be happy. I'm going to go meet new people. Also helps when you think people are assuming, or if they do assume, because then you can be like her and be like, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm doing this. I'm being positive. I'm getting out there and meeting people and doing good things, in the community. So, you know, I guess the whole key is about assumptions is that, one, we need to not also assume what they're thinking about us, or if they are, tell them that maybe they should step back and see who we really are, or just be like, okay, that's fine, if that's what you want to think, but that's not my reality and what's really going on. So I'm going to continue being happy with, how things are going, um, and just go on being me. And hopefully they'll see that, because you're happy and stuff, that maybe they can be happy with who they are or how they look at people. And so it can like affect everybody's positive attitude towards each other. So I know, I mean, that's ideal, but that's kind of hard. But all we got to do is focus on our self happiness and being there for our family and in the moment. So I was glad to do some different kind of assumptions so people can see, um, how things affect people negatively, or how it empowers them to be better, or how they've dealt with it to maybe help others. So I think that maybe once a month I'll do like another assumption video about um, other topics like having depression or mental health issues, or um, or what people assume about a family who has a child that's disabled, or you being yourself be physically disabled, and just other assumptions people are dealing with about everyday life, and people assuming about them and how they deal with it, and how they've used it to positively help others. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get started, so it can hopefully help others, and people can get talking about it, and find a different way to use the assumption videos. So I hope everybody having a good day. We have some exciting news coming. I'm kind of waiting for everything to get finalized so I can hopefully post a video about it. So can't wait for that to happen. Talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening, taking time to watch my video. And if you think it would help anybody to hear my friend's story about assumptions, pass it on and share it, and hopefully we can support each other. So thank you. Have a good weekend.